Hello, everybody. Hello in the recording. We are okay. I think someone must have sketchy reception. They keep dropping out. Welcome, welcome, Ree. Welcome, everyone. Oh my God, look at us all here today. Amazing, 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 amazing. Thank you all for being so punctual. And who's got their diamond gem for 3 lots of 5-minute practice? Did anyone do it? D in the chat for diamond. D in the chat for diamond. Did anybody do 3 lots of 5-minute practice, my darlings? Do we have, oh, wait on. Oh, look at all those little cute. See, you're hilarious. Super comment. Messages were freaking me out. Didn't know about it. That's okay, babe. All right. So there were 3 lots. Every week there's going to be a diamond bonus gem available for 3 lots of practice. All right, my loves, we're going to quickly power through because I want to get straight cracking into it. Now, what I would love. Now, I just want to check all of you can see on the screen me plus a screen share. Is that correct? Amazing. This is what I wanted to check. Okay, my darlings. So now, okay, I am now going to we are gonna just a little review for those of you who were not here last time. And just a reminder, we are playing Master Quest, the game. And the first quest that we are on goes over 6 weeks, whereby we will collect 6 magical gems. We collected our first magic gem last week. Today we're going to collect our ZEN Gem. Then we're going to activate our healer gem, our love gem, our life gem, our mission gem, whereby we will collect our master gift in a ceremony. Oh my God, it's all happening. For those of you who are not familiar with Zoom, if at the bottom of your screen you go to chat, it will open up a chat box. You're going to need that little puppy open throughout the whole call. And for those of you who have not used the emotions, oh my God, these are so cool. You hit where it says react, you press the little love heart, and it opens up this little thing with effect. So when we're having like our little gem parties, this is where you press one of these and it just erupts through your screen. Or you press the little 3 dots, and then if you search gem, it'll put diamonds through your screen. So that's actually how you do that. Just letting you know, darlings. Okay. And just for those of you who are new and for those who were here last time, just a reminder that make sure you've got an intention for your master quest. What is your intention? The overarching intentions are that we create a container that is loving and safe and supportive for all of us to activate our most powerful intuitive voice, that we create a system for life, accessing our intuition for all the decisions we ever need to make, and that we create real alchemy in all 12 areas of life. So they are our group intentions, and you just tuning into yours. And if you are new here today, just making sure that you take some time to tune into an intention for your quest. Last week, we learned about the game. We activated a journey, activating our magic. We got to meet our posses in the breakout rooms. We learned about books and oracle cards, and then we did some readings with our groups. That was our last week. This week, mission 2 is happening. We're going to kick straight off with a journey. Then we're going to jump back in our breakout rooms. We are going to learn the art of tasseography, very posh, the art of tea leaf reading. Basically, it's just one of the forms of scrying that we're going to learn today. We are going to do a little journey in the ocean of emotion. For those of you who did boot camp, it is going to be a slightly different journey. So just never fear, it's not going to be an exact repeat. It is going to be tailored. And then we are going to learn the swords in the tarot and have a little bit more time in the breakout room. That is what is happening today, darlings. So For those of you who love a little bit of a written thing, that is everything I just said in written form. And we are going to get ready to jump straight into tool time, one of the 7 sacred tools, and we're going to jump straight into a journey. Before we do, if everybody can just take a moment to acknowledge country, maybe just taking a breath, maybe hand on heart, hand on belly, and just landing in your center today. And I would like to acknowledge, currently I'm on the Sunshine Coast. I would like to acknowledge the Gubbi Gubbi people. And I extend this acknowledgement to all ancestors, all traditional owners of land across our beautiful earth. And I would also like to open up this honoring of country to honoring all the posse that we are going to work with. So not only our beautiful ancestors, past, present, and future, and our wise ones, but also acknowledging our ascended masters, our gods, the earth and the elements, the plants and the animals, and also all the magical beings, acknowledging the angels, the star beings or aliens, and the fairy realm. So, welcoming all these beings, we are about to jump into a journey. We're going to jump straight in today. We're going to jump into a journey. And today we are going to activate our hearing. We're going to do a special activation of our hearing today of the 7 psychic languages that we have been working our way through and activating. And last week we activated our top 3 plus seeing. And now we're going to do a special look at hearing. We are also about to look at the areas of life. We're going to kick this off. I've divided the areas of life into 3 main areas. One area that's all about you, one that's all about relationships and love, and one that's all about life and all the things we do in life. So what we are going to do in this first journey is we're going to make it all about you, and we are going to start getting some core questions for the 4 areas of life: soul growth, fun, and health, that are all about you, darlings. So if you do not already have it ready to go, you are going to need pages 14 and 15 of your workbook. If you can open page 14 and 15 of your workbook, that would be awesome. If you don't have it, just grab some blank paper, and that will be absolutely fine. And so you should have 4 little tables that look like this. And the reason I've done it this way is so that you have a little system to actually see the way that you are receiving your messages, darling. So this just makes it really easy for every area of life. Okay, so just all right, we got the last person in now. So welcome all. And just gathering, opening up page 14 to 15 of your workbook, or just getting blank paper or something that looks like you could take down notes for the 4 areas of life about you. So now, any questions quickly in the chat before we jump in? Anybody have any questions before I send you to your comfy zone, whereby we are going to be activating all the goodness? Any questions in the chat? And if not, just please jump in and get comfy. And we're going to go on a little journey, maybe just having a blank piece of paper too, in case that might be helpful. So just getting in a nice comfy zone. I'm going to take you on a little journey for the next 15, 20 minutes or so. So there is nothing else that you will need to do, darlings. I am going to get some music happening. And okay. All right, so I am assuming that everybody can hear that music. If you cannot hear the music, can you please just pop something in the chat for me? And otherwise, I'm assuming everybody can hear the music. Okay, now if my voice is too soft, yep, thank you so much. If my voice is too soft, please let me know. If the music is too loud, please let me know and I will turn it down. And otherwise, can hear it, but it's a little quiet. The music, I assume that is. So I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Just see how that feels. Okay, perfect. Turning it up a little bit. How's that feeling now with my voice over the music? Does that feel good? Feel like that might be right? Perfect, perfect. Thank you, guys. If anybody needs me to turn the music down, please let me know. Okay, so now I would like you to see yourself just gently closing your eyes, landing in your space. And I would like you to see yourself very gently beginning to take a little journey. And this journey is along a forest path. It is so easeful. It is so beautiful. It is so peaceful. I want you to see yourself walking along this path. Light is streaming in, and it feels loving and kind and benevolent. You can hear little birds chirping, the crunching of leaves beneath your feet, and you feel completely safe. And as you move, almost as though on wings or on air, you are being guided quickly along that forest path and out into a clearing. And as you see this clearing, directly behind the clearing, you see a mountain, and you know this mountain. You know this is the mountain that you need to climb with absolute effortless grace. And so I now invite you to climb this mountain, and begin gently being guided up with absolute effortless grace, almost as though there is air beneath you, gently sending you up. And if you see a little guide, a little friend, a little creature of any form along that path, just note that. They may want to join you for your little journey up, and just noting it so that you can look it up later, tune into the message of that later. I want you to see you now reaching the very top of this mountain, opening up into your spectacular soulscape, full of epic spaces, a talking circle, an altar, a creation portal, a posse connect portal, a magic power palace, a healing temple, and an inner child playhouse. And we are going to get to know all these places. But for now, the only place that you need to go to is your magic power palace. And I want you to move towards your magic power palace now, moving towards it now, finding yourself there with absolute ease and grace. And as you enter your magic power palace, I want you now to see on one side of the magic power palace, I want you to see 4 different portals. On the right side, I want you to see a seeing portal, a hearing portal, a smelling portal, and a tasting portal. And on the left-hand side, I want you to see a sensing portal, a feeling portal, and a knowing portal. And right now, I want you to step up to that hearing portal and step inside the hearing portal. Now, when you step inside the hearing portal, what I would like you to do is to see before you a massive lever that may or may not be in the on position. So the off position is up high and the on position is when you pull that lever down low. And next to the lever, there is a little dial. And that little dial it's like a knob that you can turn. So the first thing I want you to do is to go to the dial and turn that dial up to the number that you want your clairaudience to land in. It might not be a 10. That might be a bit scary. It might be a 6, a 7, an 8, whatever's right for you. Trust yourself and turn that knob up to the number that you desire right now, turning that knob up to the number that you desire. And then I want you to now look at the lever in whatever position it is. It might not be fully down. So now, after the count of 3, I want you to turn that lever down into the 100% on position. 1, 2, 3, and turning the lever down into the on position, fully activating your clairaudience and activating your psychic hearing. And so now what I want you to do is just really stretch your energy out into your soulscape, into this portal that you're in of hearing. First thing I want you to notice is just to notice, is there any sound at all that comes to you? Any sound at all that comes to you? And just trust yourself, because the way your clairaudience might work is you might not hear a sound, you might just be told that there's a sound. You might sense a sound, you might feel a sound. Like, just trust the way this forms, but just noting if there's any sounds that come at all. And if so, just jotting those down anywhere that feels appropriate right now. Just jotting those down right now, anywhere that feels appropriate. And I want you now to just check in and just vibe whether you hear any words. Are there any words that are landing for you? Any words at all that are landing? If so, just noting those down. Any words, any messages that are coming in the form of sound. Any messages coming in the form of sound, just noting those down right now. And then just tuning in, are there any songs or music other than the music playing in the recording? Are there any songs or music coming to you? Sometimes Spirit speaks to us through song, so just tuning in if that is one of the ways that you are being activated today. Checking in. This is the sound portal. This is a portal where every sound in the universe is celebrated. The solfeggio frequencies, the animal sounds, the insect sounds, the sounds of nature, the sounds of life itself, the busy hustle and bustle of life and earth and human sounds, the sounds of our loved ones, the sounds of being alive, the sounds of laughter, the sounds of beauty, the sounds of joy, the sounds of everything that it is to be alive. This is the portal activating sound. And now what I would like you to do, my loves, is I would like for you to pop over and pay a visit now. I would like you to actually step out of this little sound portal that you have been in and step out of your magic power palace, thanking the energies for supporting you with any of this activation that has just been sort of reignited. And I want you to now step over to the Posse Connect portal, just trusting yourself completely to step over into whatever is the Posse Connect portal for you, stepping over to that and standing in the middle of that circle. And in one, there is space there. There are 4 spaces here, one for the Earth Posse behind you. And to the left of you, there is the ascended posse. To the right, there is the magic posse. And before you is spirit and source itself. And now what I want you to do is turn around and face the earth posse, because that is who we are doing a deep dive with today, the earth posse. So now what I would love for you to do is I want you to take a moment to tune in to your earth posse. And we're going to start with Gaia herself. Gaia now is presenting herself to you in whatever form is perfect for you. I want you to tune in and just feel Gaia. Feel Gaia. Feel her with you right now. Feel her love. Feel the absolute magic and power of Mother Earth herself. Feel the connection, form the bond. I want you to think of this a little bit like Avatar, and I want you to actually form a bond with Mother Earth in whatever way is right for you. So you do that in your own way, connecting with her permanently in order to receive her guidance. And now I want you to feel a connection with all the elements of air, of water, of earth, of fire, and of spirit or ether. I want you to feel all these elements and form a bond, form a connection with them now. And now I invite you to connect with the plant and mushroom realm. These beautiful, beautiful guides, beautiful teachers, beautiful medicinal brothers and sisters supporting us on our journey. How do they present to you? Are there any specific plants or mushrooms that present for you today? If so, tuning into them, thanking them for landing, perhaps jotting them down so you don't forget. And once again, forming a connection with the plant and mushroom realm, forming a connection that is permanent. And now the animal realm. Now the animal realm. I want you to see yourself tuning into this animal realm. Who presents for you? Are there any specific animals that present? If so, noting them down so you can tune into them more deeply to receive their messages. Our beautiful brothers and sisters on this earth. And once again, forming a connection, creating your unique bond with the animals that are presented for you today. And now, thanking all these beautiful earth posse beings, giving them hugs and love. They can even come with you if they want. But now what we're doing is we're going over to the creation. So exiting the Posse Connect portal, I want you to go straight over to the creation portal and step inside, whatever that looks like for you, my love, stepping into the creation portal. And in the creation portal, you will see 3 different pods of energy. One pod of energy that is all about you, one pod of energy that's all about love, and one that is all about life. So now with the pod of energy that is all about you, probably to your left, but wherever it is A-okay, I want you to see 4 little mini pods. One for the soul, one for growth, one for fun, and one for health. And the first thing that I would like you to do is to step over to the soul little portal. And what I want you to do now is to tune in and find out from your soul what is the key question that you have for your master quest to receive an answer during this journey of 10 weeks. What is the key question that you have for your soul, for your spiritual journey, for your spiritual path? What question comes? Trust yourself, no matter how simple, no matter how complex. Jotting your question down right now. Jotting your question down right now. And now tuning in to this little portal of growth, the portal that is all about growth, all about your mind and your emotions and your personal development as a human being through this lifetime on planet Earth, your journey as a human. What question do you want to journey with through your 10-week quest? What question are you going to commit to answering around your mind and emotions and your personal development and growth? Trusting yourself. And now, tuning into the energy of fun, the area of life of just things that you love, doing what you love, doing what makes you happy, what inspires you, what fills your soul, what is utterly fulfilling and joyous for you. And I would now love for you to ask this little portal, what is the question that you are committing to answering for your quest on fun? What is the question that comes to you? Trusting yourself. Trusting yourself. Jotting down that question. And now tuning in to your health, your physical body and your health, your physical well-being, your healing, your health, your physical wellness. What question do you want to answer in your quest? What question do you want to commit to? Once again, trusting yourself and jotting that down. Thanking every being for supporting you. Thanking all the earth beings for this gorgeous meeting. Thanking your hearing for being activated in a whole new way. And thanking your personal creation portal for making it all about you today and giving you some direction with what do you need to learn about you, from your soul, from your intuition. I want you to see yourself now stepping out of the creation portal, moving through this space with effortless grace, absolute ease, and beginning the journey of gliding down the mountain, gliding down, gliding down, gliding down. It is so easy and so simple. So easy and so simple. Gliding down the mountain, gliding down the mountain. You now see yourself at the base of the mountain, moving through that open clearing and gently beginning your path back through the forest path. So easy, so simple. The crunching of leaves, the shards of light, the little animals scurrying. You are safe, you are loved, you are held, you are supported. Gently seeing yourself moving through that forest path and gently, ever so gently seeing yourself and the path land back into the room where you are sitting right now, the path ending in your current chair, in your current space, gently finding yourself back in the present moment, gently finding yourself back, landing perfectly with absolute ease and grace. And when you are ready, my loves, just finding your way back, maybe giving yourself a little shake, darlings. And just landing back in the space. All right, welcome back. Welcome back, darlings. Do people just want to pop a word in the chat? How was that for you? Just popping a word in the chat, popping a word in the chat, my loves. What do we got? Beautiful, relaxing, flowing, peaceful. So amazing. I love it. What else did I miss? No, beautiful. Yum. Yes, hun. Okay, I am moving you all into your breakout rooms to have a little re-meet with your gorgeous darling posse, because that's how we roll. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to pop you darlings straight in to your breakout rooms. Uh, Colleen and Ree, you're about to meet your teams for the first time. Congratulations. Welcome all. And I am going to give you guys what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do 5 minutes group in the breakout room for a chat, just to have a chat, just say hi, just, meet each other for those of you who are meeting someone new. And welcome to your teams for the newbies. And your time is going to start right now. And you are all going to go straight to your rooms, darling. Perfect. So, whoops.
Oops, I think I accidentally made myself come back here.
Oh, that's okay. Let me make sure that I can get you back. How can I get you back? I'm just trying to work out how to get you back, darling. Okay. Hello, my love. Okay, let me just see if I can find a way. Ah, there you are. Move to. So, magic. Okay, we want to get you back in magic. Um, we want to get you back in magic. Can I click that? Damn. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move you there, and then I should be able to move you back. Now, move to, move to, yes. Okay, that's that. To those of you watching the recording, so just if you can press pause now and just either journal or speak out loud. How was that experience for you? How was it activating your hearing? How did you go with the Earth Posse? How were they for you? And how were your questions? Just tuning into those now and just taking a moment to kind of reflect. And I'll see you in a tick. Okay, so jumping straight into the tasseography now. So boiling your kettle, going to fill your teacup, and then returning back to this space with your teacup um, filled 3/4, and we are going to do the whole thing together. Okay, so just boiling your kettle, ready in your cup, and I will see you in literally 2 minutes. I'm going to boil my kettle too. Be right
And
back, my
quickly,
darling.
another question.
Yes.
Do we put the tea leaves in?
Not yet. So
Oh,
just boil
okay.
your kettle, pour the kettle into the cup, 3/4 full, and then bring it all back to you. Cup, saucer, napkin, teaspoon, tea, all the bits. And we're going to do it all together.
Thank you.
Perfect, honey. Back in a tick. All right, my darlings, let's do this. Let's do a tea leaf reading, shall we? Now, I assume this is going to be a first time for many of you. So, what we're going to do, we're just going to start by, if you have, now what they recommend for tea leaf reading is to use a loose leaf tea. Of course, I've just started a brand new pet sit today, which I've been at this place before, where normally there is tea, but there is not today loose leaf tea. So I'm going to crack open a tea bag, which, look, I'm just gonna, you just do your best. So that's what I'm going to use. So anyone who doesn't have loose leaf, I'm with you, babe. I'm with you. It's all okay. What we do is, if you have loose leaf tea, so I've got my little teacup here too. If you have loose leaf tea, get about a teaspoon and you pop that straight in your hot water. So just doing that now. Yep, you've got a hot water. I've already boiled a teapot of hot water and tea. Will that work? Yes, you're gonna need, so anybody who put tea already in the teapot, you are gonna need a little bit of additional tea to put in your glass. Okay, so just go grab that pack of tea if you need it, because you're going to need a little bit of additional to put in your glass itself. So now, cracking open your tea bag or getting about a teaspoon of your tea, and you're just going to pop that straight in your cup now. Popping it straight in your cup now. And give that a little stir. Giving that a little stir. Okay. And what I'm going to do just while we are brewing our tea for a few minutes is I'm just going to take a moment to just talk about scrying in a second. So what I want you to do, just while this tea is brewing, I want you to tune in now to one of those 4 questions that you received. One of the 4 questions that you received in that journey just then. And whichever one, just trusting yourself, whichever one, that is the question that you are infusing into this tea leaf reading. Okay. So just holding your hands around the cup and just infusing that energy into the tea leaf reading, into the cup of tea. Just infusing that question into the cup of tea. Letting the tea leaves know what you want them to do. And just while that brews for a moment, I'm quickly going to just talk about scrying. So I frickin' love scrying. I cannot tell you how hard I love scrying. It's one of my very favorite things. It's one of the things that I would say, I guess I just feel a very natural desire to scry anything and everything. Probably my favorite thing to scry is hot coals. Do I put the tea leaves in the cup now? Yes, honey, perfect. Just pop the tea leaves in the cup now with the water. Oh, thank you, honey. You've got a new hot water, no problem. So just pop the tea leaves in the cup now, about a teaspoon in your cup, and just infuse, yep, scrying. Sorry, I'm going to answer that scrying question in one moment. I'll just finish just the question with the hot water. So when you pop that tea in the cup, just choose one of the 4 questions you got in your meditation and infuse that energy into the cup. Just energetically trust whichever of the 4 questions comes to you, infusing that energy into the cup, putting your hands around the cup and saying, you know, this is going to be my question that you're going to answer. And we're going to come back to this as we sip the tea. We're going to focus on our question. So just popping back to scrying. Scrying is one of the 7 sacred tools that we can utilize to basically receive psychic messages, to receive messages from our intuition. And what really, scrying is just a posh word for finding patterns and messages and symbols and images in anything. Okay, so for example, a common one is tea and coffee readings. And another very common one is crystal balls. They are not my favorite. I've had multiple crystal balls, you know, big, massive clear quartz ones and like glass ones and all the things, but they are definitely not my favorite. I don't flourish using crystal balls. They might be yours. So I'm just mentioning these 4 core ones in case one of these is right for you. You can scry nature, so which has a posh little name, which I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce. It might be augury, but that is what it's called. When you scry anything in nature, like clouds, grass, patterns in leaves, patterns in trees, sun shining through things, that is all augury. Or like my personal favorite, pyromancy, which is anything to do with fire scrying. So that could be scrying the smoke, scrying the flames, or scrying the coals, which is my personal favorite of all the scrying is scrying coals. Some people also scry clouds, like literally you can scry anything. I just thought that today that we would start with a tea leaf reading because we could do a little ceremony. It's also something really cool that you could potentially offer friends or family members, and it's just something really fun to practice. I know that I've had fun practicing. So now that we know what scrying is and we've given it a few minutes for our tea to brew, what we are now going to do is, my loves, we are going to drink our tea together. Going to drink our tea together. Now, look, Because I don't have, because it is better to use loose leaf tea because the chunks are bigger and they sink more to the bottom. My little tea bag leaves, for any puppy who's using tea bag leaves, you will get a little bit of shrapnel floating around the top. So I have like a tablespoon to kind of move that puppy out of the way while I take a little sip. So now what we're gonna do, my darlings, is we are just going to sip our tea. Might even put a little bit of mood music on for a couple of minutes because we're literally just going to sip our tea. Whoops. Do, do, do. That's do, do, do. So just sipping your tea. I'm just going to pop some music on, but right now all you need to do is sip your tea and tune into your question. Okay? Just sipping your tea and tuning into your question. What is your question? What are you seeking? And just infusing that energy into the cup. This is your journey, your experience. You are going to sip your tea all the way to the end. I forgot to say, fingers crossed, you know, no milk or sugar in this tea. If you've already done it, doesn't matter. Trust, it'll all be okay. You are going to sip right to the end. And just until there's around about 1 tablespoon of fluid left. You're just sipping all the way to the end until there's about 1 tablespoon of fluid left. Hello to those of you on the recording. If it's too hot and you need to put a little bit of cold water in it so you can sip it, do that. It's all perfect. That was another thing I was going to say was good to not make the mug ridiculously difficult. So fingers crossed no one has like a barrel to drink from. It is important that you have a cup that is wider at the top than at the base. Traditional style teacup rather than a mug. about a tablespoon of liquid. So I am getting pretty close. I reckon I'm about right. Now, if I try and show you, I feel it's going to spill. I don't know that that's going to do any good. Anyway, I feel it'll spill if I try and show you. But about a tablespoon of liquid. Okay. Pop in an R in the chat for ready if you are ready to go. R in the chat if you are ready to go. Perfect. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes. Okay. We got a lot of R's. Rock and roll. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Sip up, Avara. I love it. People are like, all right, keep going, keep going. Pop a bit of cold water in, guys. I want us to do all this together. That'd be great. Just if you need to pop in a bit of cold water, sip up. Thunderbirds are go. Amazing. Okay, we're ready to rock. We're ready to rock, darlings. So, what we are going to do now is we are going to grab your napkin and your little saucer. And we are going to just get those ready. Your napkin on top of your saucer, just get that ready. But the first thing I want you to do is just holding your teacup. I want you to give the contents a swirl 3 times in a clockwise direction. Okay, 3 times in a clockwise direction, just letting it lift up a little bit around the sides. Don't worry if it didn't lift up too much because we're about to flip the cup. And now, popping your saucer and napkin over, I'm going to show you, saucer and napkin over your cup like this. Is that visible for everyone? Okay, saucer and napkin over the cup. And then you are going to flip it. Ready to go. We're going to do a little flip, my loves. Flipping that puppy over so that you will have something like that. Something like that to flip over. If you don't have all these tools, just doing your best, making do, it's all okay. Perfection is overrated. And now, on your desk in front of you, I want you to just once again spin your whole thing 3 times, clockwise direction. 3 times, clockwise direction. And then giving it 3 little taps. 1, 2, 3. 3 little taps and popping it on your desk. And now, what we are going to do is fully trusting yourself because you are a friggin' intuitive master and you've got this. I want you to lift the cup and put the cup to the side. And then the first thing we're going to do is to look at, we are going to look at the plate. So the guidance is that we look at the plate first, okay? Now, the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that when you flip it, you've got your teacup with your handle, the handle facing you, okay? The teacup with the handle facing you, and the same with the plate. You can move the plate around, but basically have it in that direction because the stuff that's closest to you, the stuff that's closest where the handle was, just looking at the plate first, is the stuff that's closest to you, and the stuff that's furthest away is the stuff that's more distant from you. So just firstly, a very quick scan of the plate to see if there's anything there. Does anything stand out? Stand out on the plate. The beauty of tea leaf reading, why I love scrying so much, and I'm obsessed with scrying, is that everybody can scry because everybody can make out a pattern in something. And the patterns are so unique and the messages are so unique for you. You will never get a more tailored reading than scrying. So just seeing if anything stands out on the plate that might be linked to your question. Don't stress if it's not. It's the kind of thing that reveals itself with time. Putting your plate aside now and just having a look inside your cup. Man, I have got some cool stuff going on inside my cup. Check these puppies out. You did me a solid, tea bag. You did me a solid. So, what you're doing as you are looking inside your cup. So a couple of things I'm going to point out. I'm going to give you just a moment to just keep tuning in. If you can imagine, the cup has three different sections: the base, the middle, and then the rim. The rim is the bit that didn't have the water. So that first top chunk is the rim. Then you have the middle, and then you have the base. With the base, middle, and rim, you can make your own system if you want to, and you don't have to. The most common systems made are those of time or intensity. So you might just feel in your body right now that, like right now I look at it and I feel time. I look at mine and I go, mine's time today. I feel it's time. And I feel that it's past, present, and future, you know, and, or even like you might get a time of like present, near future, and far future. Yeah, so this is your system, your way. Another very common system for the three layers is intensity. It might be mild, medium, or very strong. Yeah. And as I said, closest to the handle is more about you, and further away tends to be more about others or something external. So now I'm going to stop talking and just give you about a minute to just tune in, a further minute, a final minute to tune in. And so I'm just going to share what I see for mine. I had a past, present, future. And in the base of mine, I see this dragon, this fire erupting dragon in the base of like the demons that I've overcome. And my question was about my spiritual path, my spirituality, and what I need to do to continue enhancing it and mastering it. And then along the present, the middle realm, I see all these little animals, all these little, like, there's a little kangaroo jumping, there's all these tiny little animals around the rim, around the middle section, jumping, you know, all these, and it's like a celebration. That's where so much is happening. And that is the present, like I feel all this support energy. And when I look at the far top, I see a peacock and a horse's head. So I see, but not in a dark mafia kind of way. So there's the horse's head and there's this peacock. that I see. Some of you might see that peacock. And to me, that is like shining. I'm moving into a place of shining, a place of like grace, you know, and that just feels really beautiful. And I'll continue looking at it because these things unfold with time. And when I look at my plate, I see a grasshopper. There's like this chunk that looks like a grasshopper. So just jotting down any notes that you might have and just jotting those down. And now if people can pop just a couple of keywords in the chat, a keyword or two in the chat. How was that experience for you? Did you find something? Were you able to find something? Because this is not about perfection. This is your first tea leaf reading, right? This is just about giving it a crack and trusting that you have the capacity to receive messages in multiple ways. So just popping in the chat, what did you get? Did you get something? Any image of anything? What did you get? Just popping that in the little chat now. Great. Good, good. People getting some guidance from this. Perfect. Bit of confusion. That's fair enough. That's okay. That's okay. It is actually like it's a bit to get your head around. And that's why I did my best to try and simplify the process as much as possible. I threw in the woo-woo bits, which are the traditional ancient ways of the 3 spins and the 3 taps. There's more on my napkin. No problem at all. The one I did yesterday had heaps on my napkin, hardly anything inside. Butterfly emerging from the chrysalis. Perfect. Turtle. Beautiful relevance around the intensity. Okay, what's on the surface and what's deeper relating to my question? Map of Australia. Golden apple. Yes, some direction. Okay, so this is what I want to emphasize is not everyone is going to gel with tea leaf reading. I just thought it'd be a cute one to do together, you know, because we could do a ceremony and scrying all in one. I love that. Map and stars, soaring birds. Oh my God, so many cool things. Okay, my loves, amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, African tribal shield. And it's like, this is what happens. The more you look, the more you get. The more you look, the more you get. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So I am going to ask now that you put those puppies aside, don't wash them out yet. I invite you to take some photos of that later when the class is finished and to continue tuning in or even take 2 or 3 minutes at the end of the class and see what else you get, yeah, before you wash out your teacup and plate. So thanks, guys, for jumping in and just giving it a go, right? I think we did amazing. What we are going to do now is we're going to jump straight in to another journey. Okay, oh, you beautiful light birds and butterflies. And I love the way things keep unfolding. Like now everything's just pouring into the chat. So this is how it works, right? You just have to be patient. You keep looking and things keep appearing. It's a very beautiful system. I think it's a very beautiful system to get messages. So now I invite you to get comfy again, my loves, because we are going on another journey. Going on another journey, my loves. This time, what you are going to need is a blank piece of paper, and you might need your the bits of paper that you already started writing on about you, because we're doing a very tailored journey that is going to be specifically about your mind and your emotions. So this is going to be all about growth. That is what we are about to do now. And we are going to do, it's all about growth journey, my loves. It's all about growth journey. So just getting yourselves comfy, making sure that you have got pen, paper, and let's do it. Let's jump straight in to this journey, my loves. All right, so now I want you to see yourself firstly closing your eyes, just letting your eyes gently close, moving all the tea stuff away from you now, fully landing in your little portal of meditative space, and I want you to see yourself gently stepping onto your forest path, a path that you know so well. The crunching of leaves, shards of light, little birds chirping. So lovely, so peaceful, so supportive. You see yourself moving along this path, and once again, feel yourself opening up into the clearing. And behind the clearing is the mountain. You begin to move up and up the mountain with so much ease, with so much grace. Up the mountain you go, up the mountain you go. And you land at the top of this mountain, this beautiful mountain that opens up into your personal magical soulscape. And right now, the only place that you need to go is the healing temple. I invite you to move towards that healing temple now, your personal healing temple, moving towards it now. Stepping inside your healing temple. And within your healing temple, you see a door that says Ocean of Emotion. I want you to step into that door, the Ocean of Emotion door, and see yourself immediately transported to the beautiful seaside. And you are standing on the water's edge, looking out across a turquoise, very kind, very loving sea. And so what we are going to do is do a little journey into our emotional landscape, into the 3 different layers of our emotional landscape. Our magic FM, where we embody love, peace, and joy. Our reset, rest, and recovery FM, where we heal from pain and challenges. And our little Kaka FM space, where we navigate our more dense emotions. So what I'd like you to do now is to step into the water and begin swimming down, knowing that this is effortless for you. You might have some gills, you might have special gear, whatever you need, but there's no problem swimming in the water. Go down, down past the shallows of the magic FM. I want you to begin going down a little further, and you are in that middle space of the healing portal. And I want you to go right to the bottom of that healing portal, just looking onto the edge of the lower, deeper, darker ocean realm with those more dense emotions. And so what I invite you to do now right at the edge of that middle ground is just to poke your head in and have a little look into that Kaka FM portal. Just have a little look into those dense emotion spaces and see, are there any beings that want to present themselves to you today as your support being for your dense emotions? Is there a Kaka FM being of love and support that wants to appear to you, to just meet you right on the edge there? We don't need to go into that depth today. We're not going to visit that realm today. We're just popping our little toe in to just see what's going on there. Seeing if any being appears for you here. trusting completely if a being appears or not, trusting the perfection of it all. But now what I want you to do is either ask this being or that dense ocean realm itself, of that lower, deeper realm, Haka FM realm, I want you to ask, is there something that it wants to share with you to help you have a very tailored Zen action plan for your healing when you are in these dark emotions? Anger, betrayal, despair, fear, guilt, shame. You're in those worlds, which we all are because we're human. What do you need to know or do? What do you need to know or do? What do you need to know or do? Just jotting those down. What is your personal action plan when you are in your darkest hour? What will work for you? What do you need to know or do? I want you to thank this being for its wisdom and thank the ocean space itself. I want you to now start swimming around this rest and recovery bay, this middle ground, place where we begin to have courage after coming out of darkness and pain, a place where we begin to return to a place of neutrality, of hope, of faith that things can get better. I want you to tune in now to this space and see, does any being appear for you? Is there a special support being for you in this Reset FM? And if so, just welcoming them in. If not, just communing with the middle ocean itself. It's all alive and it all wants to connect with you. And so now once again checking in. What message is there for you? What message or action step is there for you when you are in this place? When you are healing, when you are in your healing portal, what do you need to know or do? Your plan, your way. What do you need to know or do to alchemize and heal? Maximize your healing with grace. Jotting those down. Thanking the being or that piece of ocean itself, and now swimming up into the shallows, into Magic FM, where love and joy exist, and where we celebrate and honor our human experience in all the realms. We don't want to live in Kaka FM. We don't even want to permanently live in a place of just healing. We want to live in Magic FM the majority of the time. We want to alchemize things, we want to heal, we want to move through our emotions and land in this place. We're tuning in now in your Magic FM, that we want to spend most of our lives, the highest experience of our human life. Tuning in, Are there any beings that appear for you to support you? Do you have a support being in Magic FM? Little friend, if you will, someone to turn to. Who is presenting for you in Magic FM? Tuning into that beautiful being now. If no being appears, just tuning into the beautiful Magic FM shallow waters, turquoise crystalline waters. And once again, asking the same question. When I am here, is there anything I need to know or do to maximize my vibration, to maximize my experience? What do I need to know or do when I am here? Jotting down your messages. And now, finding yourself back, swimming to the top, thanking all the beings, swimming to the very top, stepping out of the ocean, shaking yourself off, immediately drying, stepping back through your portal, finding yourself within the healing temple, sending blessings to any beings that may be there, stepping out of the healing temple, moving through the space, through your personal soulscape, back to the edge. And I want you to gently see yourself moving down, 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 down the mountain with absolute effortless grace. Down the mountain, opening up into that clearing. And there's the forest path. Stepping onto the forest path, gently moving through shards of light, birds chirping, insects making their cute little sounds, the crunching of leaves. Moving through the path, seeing that the path comes straight into the room that you are sitting in right now, and finding yourself back in your body. Taking a breath, maybe taking a sip of water, giving your arms and legs a little bit of a shake, landing yourself back in the space. And when you have landed, you can just pop a word in the chat. Any words that come to you, a couple of words just once you're back. Any words that come to you, my darlings, popping those in the chat. Wow, so cool. Yeah, this is how we roll, right? This is how we roll. Peace, beautiful, my loves, beautiful. Just letting you all land. Letting you all land. Beautiful, darlings. Beautiful. Okay, lovely. So nice. Peaceful. Perfect. People just landing back in the space. Mind wandering too. Perfect. So that's good to know. Like sometimes, and that's okay. So my tip is this, is when your mind wanders, just like sometimes people find it helpful to just picture a cloud and pop any thought that comes, just pop that thought on the cloud and just send the cloud away into the sky. Don't make it a big deal. Like just trust that your mind will wander and then you'll come back. Your mind will wander, and then you'll come back. It's all okay. It's all perfect. Yeah. Just trusting your experience. Okay, my loves. So I just very quickly want to mention this, because what we're doing, as we know, our thoughts and emotions tend to be the thing, that can bring us down. And often they can go in either order where an emotion triggers a thought or a thought triggers an emotion. But what I find is that often an experience happens, and that one triggers the other. And so having a system in how you handle challenging emotions can be really helpful. So this is our ocean of emotion. We are becoming masterful. These are, I feel like I can forward this screenshot to you guys. I feel I'll forward that to you guys so that you guys have it to keep. It might be a good one to keep, but that's just for those who like a bit more detail. Just the actual emotions linked to those three different levels, and they have been measured with frequency. Okay, so you, my darlings, are now little Zen, your little Zen Gem legends. And that means we get to have a little gem party because you got your new little gem. Oh my God, I am happy because I have worked out how to do what I wanted to do last time, which was this. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that shit. I swore, I'm sorry. I'm trying really hard not to swear. It's hard because I'm a swearer, those of you who know me. No, my nickname is Unicorn Trucker from a few friends. Okay, yeah, baby, we got a little gem party kicking off. So if anybody wants to do the gems, all you have to do is you go to where it says react, you click the love heart, and then where it says send with effect, you can either send any of those, like I'm doing now, the little friggin' rocket. I'm so down with these, babe. I'm just like, I'm an obsessive fan with our little party. I'm going a bit hard. Settle down, Aaila. Settle down. Anyway, they're all happening. Feel free to do them if you want. Pop a G for gem in the chat if you received something. Yeah, baby. Go, Alice. Pop a G for gem in the chat if you received some guidance and have activated your Zen Gem. Pop a G in the chat. What do we got? Yeah, baby. We got some guidance. We got some stuff going on. Amazing. Amazing, my loves. All right. That is our little gem party. I'm loving it. Wrapping up our gem party. You can only party for so long. Okay, how are we doing? Oh my gosh. All right, we're doing pretty well. I'm pretty proud. You guys proud of me today? I'm proud of myself. I'm doing all right. Okay, perfect, darling. We will see you. Okay, now we have one person who has an appointment, so we will see you next time, my love. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to get straight into this tarot because I want to be able to do one quick breakout room before we go. So, what we're going to do, let me look at this time. We're doing well. I'm going to show you two more screens and then we're going to jump straight into tarot. I thought I'd just do a couple of master tips, just start throwing in a couple of master tips, during each different mission. And I wanted to make today's master tips about self-regulation. And the reason why, I didn't actually stipulate that, the reason why we did a whole journey on our mind and emotions is because when we are not regulated, it's really hard to tap into your intuition and your guidance. So self-regulation is everything. Bringing yourself at least like into that middle FM is where we want to be to start receiving messages. Otherwise, we're in a panic and our mind takes over. So these are just some tools that don't involve the mind. They are actively about the body, self-soothing touch. anything involving a rhythm like yoga, shaking, dance, swimming, walking, or running. These are my personal favorites. Gazing, which is literally just soft eyes and just looking at something with a very soft gaze. And the other one that I like too is like using sound frequencies. So the solfeggio frequencies. If anybody wants a playlist who doesn't have it already, just message me and I'll forward you mine. Baths and earthing. So that is my self-regulation tools that I thought I would share in case they are helpful. And these are just some tools that might be helpful when you're in Reset FM and you've already got your Zen plan, so you've just received yours. These are just a couple of additional ones in case you ever feel to use them. So I would recommend half an hour minimum for either of these, for any of these. Half an hour to an hour would be amazing to really honor yourself in bringing yourself back. Perhaps an art therapy session, self-guided, some inner child automatic writing. That means writing with your non-dominant hand, asking questions with your dominant hand and replying with your non-dominant hand, which is the subconscious. Doing a big oracle card spread for yourself or doing a guided journey. So they are just a couple of little tips that might be helpful. Happy to share those screens if they are useful as well. All right, darlings. So we are going to have a look at swords. Oh my gosh. All right. We've got to be really quick. So, because I'm doing my best, I've packed a lot in today. I know it has been very content dense, but I want to make this I just want to make it really high quality with a lot happening for you. And I want to give you guys 5 minutes in your breakout rooms. So I'm just going to zip through this. Now, I'm going to start by saying, if you do not have any tarot cards today, do not stress. Do not stress if you do not have tarot cards today. You can use anything else. You can use flicking open a book like we did last time. You can use an oracle deck. I just thought I would suggest to have your 14 swords cards ready and you could practice using those. Okay, if you have them, fine. If not, no problem. Now, with the tarot, the reason why I thought that it would be a good idea to do the formal tarot, this is based on the Rider-Waite, but every tarot system is based on the same structure of you've got a bunch of major arcana which tell a story, and then you've got 4 different suits of swords, cups, pentacles, and wands. And so we're going to start with thoughts today. Swords are all about our thinking. They also represent air. And the reason we're starting with them today is because we just did our Ocean of Emotion. I thought it'd be a really natural transition after our Ocean of Emotion journey. And I want to so what I've done here on the screen is I want to just guide you through this little story, okay? Because basically it's just a little story. And so it starts. Now, why don't you just have your chat box ready here with the Ace of Swords? I mean, let's just have a look at that. The way that I see every suit is its own little version of the hero's journey. A lot of you would have heard of the hero's journey. It's an archetype, an equation used in a lot of films. Definitely a lot of Hollywood films use the hero's journey, and that's very much the tarot. So I'm going to talk you through it, and you'll see how simple this is, right? And there's nothing you need to memorize because you're all intuitive psychic bunnies, and the cards tell you what's happening. So let's start here with the Ace of Swords. Look at that puppy and tell me first off, do you feel it's good? Like, what do you feel? Who feels it's good? Pop a Y in the chat if you feel, yeah, like it feels good, right? Look at it. You've got, people feel it's good, right? You've got this hand, you've got light pouring off the hand. There's this wand with a crown at the top of it. And the way that I look at this card, when I look at this card, I literally hear the sound like, that like good things are coming. Like, to me, it just feels like, the hand has come out of this dark, stormy cloud And it is a breakthrough. It is a new idea. There is some kind of success because of the crown. You can also see that it might be a success that's lasting or some kind of real good, like real success, a very good thing because you see these leaves are falling off. The palm leaf and the olive frond, the leaves are falling off, which to me shows the passing of time. So what I've done is I have just done 3 core words for every card. You don't need to use my core words. You can come up with your own. But my suggestion is pick a couple of words for every card so that every time you see a card, all you need to do is you just start remembering your core words. And that is a super simple way that you can start reading the tarot like stat. Like you guys will be reading the tarot in a month, like over this time. Like you're going to be reading it, no problem. Let's look at this second card. What do we feel about this second card? Do we feel there might be a little problem? Something, what's going on with this second card? Do we feel there might be a little problem? What word do you get with the second? Yeah, some kind of challenge, right? Something's going on. Look it up. She's sitting on a little stone throne. The ocean behind her, like it's not just fully clean cut. There's rocks in the ocean showing, anytime there's water in a card, we know that it's emotions. She's blindfolded. There's something that she can't see, and she's picking. It's like a decision. It's very hero's journey where, they have to make a decision very early on. That is the Two of Swords. She's at a crossroads. She doesn't know what to decide. And what does she have to do? She's to go within. She's to go within to make her decision. Okay. So she makes her decision. And then what happens? Bump, bump. Let's have a look at card number 3. What words come to you? When you look at card 3, just pop a word in the chat. What comes for card number 3? What comes for card number 3? Heartbreak. Yes, babe, heartbreak, emotional pain. So what happened was she made a decision. She picked one of those two, and she didn't pick one that brought her much joy, right? Gave her a lot of pain. She's not feeling the love. So what does she have to do after that heartbreak and emotional pain? What does she have to do? Look it up. She's taking a little power kip, little rest here, little rest, recovery, reflection. She can't move right now. She's just pausing, going, that really hurt. I don't actually know what to do. All I can do right now is press pause, stop, recover, and just reflect on what the hell just happened. Then we move on to the 5th card, which is this card about conflict, challenge, and growth. You can see this guy. He's looking behind him and he's like, man, people have put their swords down, like there's been a battle, but what's happening? There's been challenges, there's a bit of growth. What word do you get when you look at this 5th card? This 5th card has a lot in it. We see the dark clouds showing that there's been some kind of conflict or some difficulties. These people are turning away. So we know it's not all happy bananas. It's definitely not all happy beans here. Does a word come to you, my loves? Is there any word that comes to you when you look at the 5 of Swords? Any word that comes to any of you? If it does, just popping that in the chat now. Deceit. Yeah, deceit could be a word for sure. For sure. Something's not okay, right? Something's not okay there. Let's now have a look at the next 5. I know I am zipping through super fast, but it kind of makes sense too, right? Because we're just telling a story. So there's that energy of something not being okay. And then what does our person decide to do? They're like, you know what? I got to get out of here. I've got to release myself from this. I've got to transition and I've got to try something new. So they do. They try something new. They get on their little boat and they head out to a different shore to see if they can create a different experience of life. So this is the 6 of Swords is the transition card where they're releasing and healing. And then they get to the other side, but what do they bloody find there? They find this sketchy character that looks a bit shifty, right? He's a little bit sketchy. He's all about trickery. This card is about strategy. It could also be about a pause or a stop, but there's just something a bit off with this card. He's looking over his shoulder, gives you this vibe of like, maybe I don't trust something, maybe I need to second guess it. And so it's like a little bit of a repeat, right, of those first five. I find the first five mirrored in the second five, right? So there's this, the one was like exciting, and the two was that something is a bit off, with the three being the heartbreak and the four the rest. When we look at these ones, the one is the transition, the two is this like what's up, and then the third card here, the card number 8 of swords. Look at her. What happened? She got to the edge. This puppy stole the swords, tied her up, and there's nothing good here. It's like there's the energy of restriction, of victim, of feeling stuck in a rut. Okay, very similar to the heartbreak. Okay, so those first five are mirrored in this second five. Okay, and then once again, this 9 of swords, that is once again the up at night, not sleeping because of all the thinking, the overthinking. Swords are about our thoughts. So this is about overthinking. And then it ends with our 10 once again, where something ends, with the 5. The battle, like everyone put the swords down, and this is now something has to end. We can't repeat this pattern. No more of this pattern. This is like brand new pattern is required. Okay. So what then happens is that's when we move in to our suit cards. And then that's where we have the hope and the growth. So we've got the page, the knight, the queen, and the king. The pages are always like this fresh concept idea. The knight is always the launching in and the courageous action. The queen is always the feminine embodiment of the wisest version. And the king is always this like masculine embodiment of the highest version. So, that is like absolutely hands down the most insanely fast, fly through. But I want to just throw you guys in these breakout rooms because it is really important that we get another little go in the breakout room. So what I've done this time for the breakout rooms is this. Want to make sure, okay, I'm going to move everybody. So what I've done this time, I'm just going to move you to randomly there. Okay, we've got either 2 or 3 per room, and I have asked Zoom to put you guys in automatically. So I am going to send you guys to your rooms. And we are going to go, I pray that it is okay. We are going to go just a couple of minutes over today. It's not going to be very over, like literally just a couple of minutes over. So it's 8:58 now. So fingers crossed you can make it just a couple of minutes over. I'm going to throw you in your rooms now, 3 minutes each to do a reading on each other. Oh, wait on, I'm actually going to move someone. Hold on, I'm going to move you to that one. Okay, perfect. So there are now 2 people per room. So you're going to get 3 minutes each. Tune into a question that you want to ask, one of those 4 questions. The person with the letter closest to A starts first at doing the reading. And your time starts now, my loves. To those of you in the recording, my darlings, I invite you now to press pause and to do 2 little readings, 3 to 5 minute readings for yourself or for someone else to practice using these 11 sword cards or using your oracle cards. I invite you to do that now. Welcome back, darlings. Welcome back. Thank you so, so, so much. You guys are such sports for just jumping straight in and just with a random, just jumping in, doing your readings, doing your best. And I am aware that was the fastest dive through swords that has, I think, ever been done in mankind, for mankind. Anyway, it happened. I'm trying to pack a bit of a punch here and offer a lot of cool things. So we are going to wrap up. Anyone want to drop any final words before we wrap up today? Yes, Abby is amazing. Thank you, Paula. Anybody else want to drop anything? How was today? Any final words that you want to drop in the chat? Overall, how was today for you, my loves? Oh, beautiful, fun. Time goes quickly, thought-provoking. Yes, dive deeper. Very interesting. Must be because it's fun. Beautiful. Okay, awesome. All right, we've got lots of beautiful love hearts. Time goes quickly in your sessions. Beautiful. Okay, amazing. Oh, beautiful. Okay, I love the way you guys are supporting each other. So much love for each other. Okay, people got some real help from those. Okay, amazing, amazing. Can't wait to get your tarot cards. Fantastic. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Great to shift the stuckness. Yes, it is. And that's we do it together, right? Amazing, amazing. So we are going to wrap up. Oh, I love that you guys are all thanking each other. Our magical outcomes today were we got our magic, like our Zen gem. We next week are going to do mission 3. We're going to learn cups. We're going to start some recharge, plant remedies. We are going to do a whole bunch of things. We're going to activate smell and taste, and we are going to do a healer activation as well. So, oh, look at this, people. Like someone saying, Avara, you have the power inside. Everybody is beautiful. Everybody's beautiful, and everyone's thanking each other. You guys are friggin' divine. Remember, bonus geek gem, 3 lots of practice, either using oracle cards, using tea leaf reading, or using your swords or books. Any of it works to get your to get your diamond gem. And Keen Bunny Gems. Let's see if we can get a team, get one next week. Good luck. These are the spaces for anyone who hasn't joined the Master Quest Hub. Please join there. You're going to get a chance to share, to do a bunch of stuff. Buddy reps, and I think that is it. Okay, stay magic, my loves. I am going to stay on the line. We're going to wrap up. I'm going to stay on the line for anybody who has questions. I will leave the recording on just for a very quick tick for anybody who has questions, and then if anybody has questions that they want to share with the group, I'm going to leave the recording on for 1 second. Please raise your hand. If you don't have any questions and you don't have any feedback or anything, feel free. Mwah. I send you so much love until next week. Thank you, beautiful darlings. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
everyone.
Aaila. Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you.
I'm gonna go now. Thank you.
Perfect. Enjoy. Thanks for coming.
Thanks,
Bye, guys.
bye. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
Okay, all the thank yous. Oh, beautiful. Colleen's, people enjoyed your tarot. Everybody's loving everyone. I can't read out all the messages in time. They're so great. Any questions that might be helpful for the recording? If you have a question, thank you, Shawnee. Thank you, everyone. If anybody has any questions that they want, that they think might be, yeah, Scarlett, please, honey, what have you got? And please talk to me, Scarlett, my love.
I just wanted to know about the tea leaf reading. So
Yeah.
you only read what's in the cup, or do you also read what's on the salsa?
You read what is in both. So what they recommend is that you start with the saucer as like a little bit of foreplay. Saucer is foreplay, so you have a look at the saucer and you just see what do you get there. And then normally the majority of the reading is going to be in the cup. But as one of the participants pointed out, most of their stuff was in the saucer. Yeah, so you go with both. The whole thing, you just make it your own, honey.
Cool, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for asking. Good question. Anybody else have any questions that they want to ask the group before I stop the recording? And then you can just fill me in with any feedback you have. Any final questions? No? Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.